I know there have been studies, there have been a lot of economic evaluations of what the AutoZone Liberty Bowl means to the Mid-South community in general. But in your mind, from what you've seen, what does it mean as a tourist boon and as something that helps get people into the city?
Well, as Kevin Kane, the head of the CVB, says, this is the biggest event in Memphis as far as bringing new dollars into the city. The estimates are in the mid-20s of $20 million that of new money from outside our community bringing into the community, which creates jobs and, economic prosperity for all our folks in the hospitality business. But it's also a way to get our community showcased to other parts of the country, and certainly up in the Midwest, all those folks up in Iowa and Minnesota and so on that are coming down that don't know that much about Memphis. So that's why we all want to be ambassadors and roll out the red carpet.
I'm excited too. You mentioned the Temptations. Getting those guys to come down is going to be an awful lot of fun. We had a little fun in the first half with some of their favorite tunes. What's your favorite Temptation song, Steve?
It's got to be My Girl. I mean, on a cloudy
Gotta
day, there's
be.
sunshine, and that's exactly what we have here. On a cloudy day, we got great sunshine here. I know Ray Pullman from AutoZone was singing My Girl earlier. I think he's down on the field now, so if he can give us a few bars, we'd appreciate it.
I like Ray singing it. I like the Temptations singing it a little bit more. And they'll do that on New Year's Eve for the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Steve Earhart, the executive director of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Thank you so much. Great job here, as always. Great job to all of your staff for putting this thing on. And my goodness, if the second half is anything like the first, we are in for breaking even more records, as we've already had a record-breaking first half.
This is quite a game. People will remember they were here for this game. And, again, thank you to everybody that's out there working the stadium. Thanks to everybody for coming here, and join us on December 31st.
Steve, thanks so much. Appreciate that. That's Steve Earhart, executive director of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout. Come back. More special guests here at halftime as the AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star Game continues here on Sports 56 WHBQ. A lot of fantastic young men out there on the field competing, and that brings me to our next guest here at halftime. Tennessee Army National Guard Sergeant First Class Paul Fisk joining us. Sergeant Fisk, good afternoon to you, and I know you guys have a big-time presence here every year at this game. What does this kind of symbolize what you're looking for in terms of recruiting? Is this a really important event for you in terms of recruiting and bringing in new people to the Army National Guard?
Army National Guard is basically it's a good opportunity for high school students, college students, pretty much anybody looking to change their career or, change the road that they're on. We have a lot of opportunities, the citizen soldier you hear all the time. Part-time military, full-time college student, high school student. Excellent opportunities are rewards to be able to enhance your career.
It's something that also in this time of year and with the economic talk that we all have, opportunities are not necessarily all that easy to come by, but the Army National Guard has got some great opportunities for folks out there.
Well, I mean, it's, for example, a college student. Many people graduate with a degree. Many people look for opportunities for employment. What sets them apart? Army National Guard's part-time leadership sets them apart, puts them, above the rest when you start talking about career opportunities.
What type of young person are you looking to recruit?
We're not specifically looking for any specific young person. We're looking for somebody that is young, old, 17 to 35, looking to jump on a new path, go to college, college loan repayment programs, come from high school, get ready for college. We look for many different types of individuals.
Specifically, what does the Tennessee Army National Guard have to offer for young folks, or even, as you mentioned, folks in their 30s that are looking for opportunity?
High school students able to join while they're in high school, start making money. They can even receive tuition assistance towards college or even a high school program that they're in. Graduate, do training, go off, get money for college, and receive our leadership training.
It's fantastic. And for folks that want to know more, I know you guys are here in the stadium right now. Where can people find you here in the stadium, and then where can they find you on the internet or somewhere else if they want to find out more information?
Well, NationalGuard.com is all over the radio, all over the TV. Here we have a tent that's set up. Most everybody can see the National Guard tent we have set up outside. If anybody's interested, they can come over and ask questions. We have many opportunities for careers. Even if you're interested in going to college, we can help you get that started. If you're in high school, we can talk about college opportunities. If you're in college, we can talk about career opportunities.
Sergeant Fisk, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your service. Awfully appreciate that. And, again, I'll tell people to go check out NationalGuard.com or check out the tent if you happen to be here in the stadium to find out more information. Sergeant First Class Paul Fisk joining us. Thanks again. Appreciate that.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Fantastic. We'll come back. Lots more to get to. Halftime of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star Game. 37-28 the score. Blue team on top. More after this on Sports 56 WHBQ. We'll be back with second half action in about 5 minutes. But Colby Bowen from Champion Awards, kind enough to join us up here in the booth. And Colby, I was talking before the game. One of the things I think it's probably cool for these young men out here, you play so many games, high school, junior high, pee-wee, all that, and you probably never have had a football jersey with your name on the back of it until today. These guys have their name on the back of their jersey, which is provided by Champion Awards. It's got to be a thrill for you guys to see this year after year, to see your product out there being put on these young men.
Yes, it's great to see our product out there. We're so happy to be involved with the All-Star Game and all the great kids that are giving such a great effort today. It's been such an exciting game so far, having a blast out here. The weather's good, and we're having fun.
Champion Awards is always right alongside the AutoZone Liberty Bowl in so many different things. It's been historically very great thing for you guys and for the Liberty Bowl. Talk a little bit about your connection, what you guys do, how the involvement, how that's come about, and what happens.
We've been involved with the Liberty Bowl for several years now. We will be set up prior to the game, at the game. We're the official merchandise provider. You can go to our website. Basically, anything and everything has to do with apparel and merchandise, that's us.
One of the cool things you were telling me about, Colby, is for folks that want to know more, and you could check out Champion Awards website, also Champion Awards on Facebook, but you guys are doing a big giveaway for the online presence and social media.
We are. We're having, for all the Tulsa and Iowa State fans, we're having a big giveaway. We're giving away four tickets to the game for an Iowa State fan as well as a Tulsa fan. We're also offering free shipping to both fan bases. You can go to our Facebook page or you can go to the Liberty Bowl website and a link to the store and enter the promo code Go Hurricanes, obviously if you're a Tulsa fan, and Go Cyclones if you're an Iowa State fan, and get free shipping.
And you got to be thrilled with the response, too. We were talking to Steve Earhart a little bit earlier in the half about it. I mean, Iowa State in particular has just been blowing the doors off the place in terms of ticket sales and everything else, so I know you guys got to be cranking out that Cyclones gear.
We have. They've already gone through their ticket allotment. I've heard they're asking for more, so the press has been hot, and we're excited for the game, and we're excited to have Iowa State and Tulsa as well.
Once again, Colby, tell people where they can go and find the information that they need about the website and everything else that's going on.
You can go to libertybowl.com. There's a link on their website to our website for all your merchandise needs.
Colby Bowen, Champion Awards. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Great stuff.
Thank you.
That's Colby Bowen joining us here, and you look out and see those jerseys, the blue and the red. That's all thanks to the folks at Champion Awards who've been a big part of the Memphis apparel scene for some time now. So give them a shout when you're looking for shirts, when you're looking for gear, when you're looking for your Liberty Bowl swag, and swag of all kinds, as a matter of fact, year-round. We'll take one final break, come back, second half action on the way in what has been a fantastic AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star Game, 37-28. We'll be back. More after this. Sports 56, WHBQ.
We are at halftime here. Eli Savoy back with you alongside Peter Edmiston. Blue team on top 37-28 here in the 11th annual AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School Football All-Star Game. Good to have you with us here on Sports 56 and those watching on the internet as well and getting our audio. An exciting first half. All kinds of records being broken as far as scoring is concerned. And it's funny, Peter, when you think about it, it's 37-28, and that's without Mark Dotson and without Jordan Wilkins, some of the best offensive players in the area, inactive for this game because of injury.
Well, it was funny because they're making us look foolish, really. And me in particular talking before the game saying, well, it's hard to get the passing game going and these kinds of things. And what have we seen? Just incredible passes. I mean, great passing from both teams and just some plays you just don't ordinarily see. We've seen some turnovers, sure, but we've also seen some spectacular plays in the passing game. Donald Gray, his 37-yard touchdown catch was a standout, in addition to what Will Whitley did, catching the ball late in the game. It's just been a really impressive showing, and I don't know what is different about the preparation this week as opposed to weeks past. Maybe the weather's slightly better. Maybe it's just a better mix of people. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but it just seems like the chemistry level is much higher in the passing game than we're used to seeing, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
Give credit to these two head coaches and their staffs. Chris Wiley for the blue team. Didn't mention his staff, but we'll mention that he's got assisting him today Brent Hill from St. George's, Chris Michael from Millington, Carl Coleman from Manassas, Adam Sykes, one of his assistants at Arlington, Telly White of Tresvant, and Will Wolf of Brighton. Meanwhile, for the red team, Marcus Wimberly, the head coach out of East, he has Robbie Donaldson from FACS, Kobe Haslett of East, Brad Kimberlin of SBEC, Cedric Miller from Southwind, Keith Spann from Wooddale, and Jeremy Stewart of Kirby as his assistant coaches for this game here this afternoon. It's a high-scoring affair, 37-28 in favor of the blue team. We saw a little bit of everything, including a lot of offense, but a fumble return for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown on the last play of the half. We had a little bit of everything.
Let me just say, we've hit you with a few numbers that have kind of been mind-blowing over the course of the first half, because the whole first half's been kind of mind-blowing. But this one is my favorite of the whole group. Last year, you saw 21 points scored, and that's not uncommon. We've had years where there have been 13 points scored total in the game. But last year, let's say, we had 21 points scored. 14-7 was the final. In the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds of the first half, we had 24 points scored.
It was crazy.
In 2:38, we had more points scored than all of last year.
So ready to go now with the second half as Thomas Farst will kick it away for the blue team. He'll kick it from left to right. Red team will get the football to begin here in this third quarter as they trail it by 9. And the Farst kickoff will be taken off the shoulder, bounces in the air, and then stepping out of bounds, trying to gain control of it, was Donald Gray. So Red will be pinned back here deep in their own territory at the 6-yard line to start this drive here in the third quarter.
Boy, that is a shame. Donald Gray, it was a good directional kick by Farst, kind of pinned him back in the corner, but Gray is always a dangerous player no matter what. Unfortunately for him, popped right off his shoulder pad into the air, and by the time he got control of it, he had put 1 foot out of bounds. So tough field position to start for the red team, but heck, Eli, I mean, this is knowing what's happened so far this game, they'll probably just go 94 yards to score anyway.
Harold Grader points out there's 247 total points scored in the previous 10 games, so an average is 24 points per game. Both these teams went well.
They scored 24 points in the last 2:38 of the first half.
That's an average game for the first 10 years.
That's an average game.
For the first 10 years of this event.
That tells you all you need to know about what's happening.
On first down here. And again, we got some pretty good offensive guys not playing.
Yeah.
Mark Dodson might have been able to score that many himself.
I would say
well.
arguably the two best backs in the area aren't playing.
I guess that's why they've gone to the passing game instead of the running game here, but we do see a running play here on first down, so it brings up a 2nd down and 8 for the red team to get deep in their own territory back at their own 8-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter. We're going to get another special guest joining us in just a moment. Here's a pass complete, far side, across the 10-yard line out to about the 14. Going to be short of the first down for the red team. It will bring up 3rd down. That was Omari Hampton on the reception now I'm looking at the wrong team. It's Chase Norman on the reception there for the red team, as they will have it now 3rd down and 3. And this opening drive of the third quarter. I'm joined here in the booth by Bill Giles, the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer with AutoZone. Of course, AutoZone, the title sponsor of the Liberty Bowl. And we'll talk to Bill here in just a moment after this 3rd down play. And on 3rd down, a penalty flag comes in, as slipping and falling back in the backfield was the quarterback. So a little problem there for the red team. The quarterback, Darius Henderson, went down, lost his footing, and we'll see what the penalty is. It's holding against the red team, so that will be declined. That'll bring up 4th down. But I do welcome Bill Giles, again, the Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer of AutoZone, to the broadcast. Bill, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me here today.
I hope you like offensive football, because that's what we have today.
It is absolutely fantastic. This game is absolutely incredible, the amount of offense that's going on, and the defenses aren't bad either, but they're giving up some points. It's a great game.
Yeah, the defenses have gotten in on the scoring, too, so they have not been left out. There's no doubt about that. I mentioned AutoZone, once again, the title sponsor of the Liberty Bowl, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, coming up on December 31st. Talk a little bit about what it means for you guys, just such an important part of this community to be involved with the AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
You know, we're excited about it, and we're so proud to be the title sponsor of the game. You know, it's one of the few bowl games in America that actually has a charity in its title name, St. Jude's, which is just a great organization. We're watching some incredible play out here on while this is going
blue
on.
team, the punt return by Artez Harris. He was scrambling all over, breaking tackles and everything else, and he ends up down at about the 16-yard line. So the blue team set up very well once again with great field position.
Oh, he did terrific. But, yeah, you know, it's an opportunity for us to honor the men and women that are serving us around the country and around the world.
First down, 10 yards to go.
You know, for the very purpose of liberty. And so we're really excited about being a proud sponsor of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, as well as all of the sponsors, not just us being the title sponsor. There's a lot of sponsors that make it happen.
Drew Reed with the handoff here on first down for the blue team. That will not get much as Crutchfield on the carry. You mentioned there's a lot of sponsors, a lot of people that they'll put a lot of work into putting on a great game. And it's funny, this year with Iowa State coming in, a lot of people don't know a whole lot about Iowa State. People are familiar with Tulsa being part of Conference USA, but it should be a good matchup.
I think it's going to be really exciting, and it's so great to have Iowa State to come into this part of the country, and they're going to bring a boatload of fans and a lot of excitement to that game. So we're really excited about having Iowa State come to our bowl game.
Drew Reed, the quarterback here for the blue team, and gets the play from the sideline, talking with Bill Giles. He's the executive vice president, CFO of AutoZone. And back to throw is Reed under pressure now. He rolls to his left, still looking downfield. Now throws towards the end zone, had a man, but it is incomplete. Well, tell us what's going on as far as AutoZone is concerned.
You know, we're doing great. You know, we're continuing to open up stores. We've got over 5,000 stores throughout North America. We actually opened our first store in Brazil just about 6 weeks or 7 weeks ago. So, you know, the company's still growing. We're doing just some great things. Our commercial programs, we have over 3,000 commercial programs throughout the United States. Our Mexico business is doing terrific. So we're really excited, and, you know, we're so happy and proud to have Memphis as our hometown, and the company's doing terrific.
Here's a handoff to Crutchfield up the middle, big hole. He loses the football into the end zone. It is recovered, I believe, for the touchdown, though. Yes, it is. It's recovered by the blue team. Crutchfield hit it about the 3. It goes into the end zone and recovered in the end zone by Anthony Miller for a touchdown for the blue team. So we just continue to see a little bit of everything in this game.
It's unbelievable. This is such a great game. If you're not here, you're really missing one of the most exciting games we've seen in just years. It's great to listen to it on the radio, though. You're getting all the action. It's really a fantastic game.
Bill, with AutoZone, you mentioned Memphis, there's home base here, and you're such a big part of the Memphis community, not just with the AutoZone Liberty, but so many things, and especially in the sports scene. You guys are involved in sports across America, but talk a little bit about what that means for you guys to be involved in events, the sporting events across America, and especially right here in Memphis.
It means a lot to us because, you know, again, you know, we've got 70,000 AutoZoners throughout North America. And not just sporting events, but a lot of community events, too. And so a lot of our AutoZoners throughout the country get involved, not just here in Memphis, which is important, you know, volunteering at St. Jude's and volunteering at other places, but volunteering in their communities throughout the United States. So, you know, that's all part of our culture. We're all about trustworthy advice and delivering great customer service. And part of that, too, is being an integral part of the community.
Well, there's no doubt about that AutoZone does a great job in this community and in communities across America. And I speak for everyone. I say thank you for all that you guys do. And with AutoZone Liberty Bowl, you mentioned St. Jude and the charitable work and everything else. It's certainly great what you guys do. And this event and everything with the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, we certainly appreciate it.
Well, proud to be a sponsor. So thank you, and thank you for everything you've been doing.
All right, thank you. That's Bill Giles. He is Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer with AutoZone, the title sponsor of the Liberty Bowl. Again, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl coming up December 31st, 2:30 in the afternoon out at Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. Here's the kickoff after the touchdown by the blue team. The fumble by Crutchfield recovered in the end zone. The first extra point was good, so it's 44-28 now in favor of the blue team.
What is going on?
The red team with the football
crazy.
back again. We've had a fumble returned for a touchdown by the defense. Now we've had a fumble into the end zone recovered for a touchdown. We've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We've had big plays for touchdowns. We have had it all here today.
We still
got a long way to go.
I guess a punt return is all we're looking for now. A
We're
punt
not
return for a touchdown.
We haven't seen enough punts.
Haven't seen a safety.
Return.
I guess we haven't seen a safety yet. Other than that, it's pretty much anything you can imagine. We even had a blocked extra point. I mean, if you're playing football bingo and you're trying to just knock off everything on the list that could possibly happen in a football game, it's exciting. You've pretty much had every one of them here.
Pass complete here to Whitley out of MUS, and he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the blue team with a 44-28 lead. Red team with the football. 8-yard gain on first down on the hookup as Jordan Rogers back in there at quarterback for the red team, and he hands off straight up the middle. Big hole for Tucker, and Tucker across midfield. He is tripped up by Johnston White of Covington to save the touchdown, but a big hole and a big gain for Tucker to the blue team's 47-yard line.
Got ahead of steam and has run really hard. Tucker is a tremendous athlete. When he gets going downhill, he is tough to stop. A nice job jumping in that time by Johnston White of Covington, but boy, that was a great run. Now this time on first down, it'll be a keeper on the keep. Quarterback there, Jordan Rogers, all the way to the 35-yard line, gain of 12 and another first down.
So the red team moving it offensively now with the MUS guys. We saw a pass to Whitley, then a run by Tucker, and now a run by Rogers. 3 MUS guys. And it's the red team on the move at the blue 36-yard line with a first down and 10. Rogers spreads them out again with 4 receivers, 2 to each side. We'll get a penalty flag. They may have had 12 men in the huddle there. I think they did. I think I saw somebody sneak off the field there for the red team.
Again, I would say that should be a all-star game. Just allow that to happen. Just let it go.
Let them have 16 in the huddle. Who cares?
Why
As long as they run the play with 11, and that's all we're looking for.
Listen, they're going to pick up the flag. Why not?
See, they heard us. Are
Thanks,
we still
guys.
on out there?
Are we? Check. Can you guys hear us in the
We must
stadium?
still be on out there.
Give me a big wave if you can. Hey, everybody.
Here's Rogers handing to Tucker once again off the right side, and a nice job defensively that time by a couple members of
Denarius
the blue team.
Dooley again, and he's making a lot of plays and getting a little chippy out there because a couple guys from the red team got up and had a little push and shove from Dooley, who's he's proud of himself, rightly so.
Dooley and Robbie Young combining on that stop. A gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8. 8.5 minutes to go here, third quarter, 44-28 blue team. Rogers to throw, far side, has a man. It is caught at the 10, and he'll walk in for the score. Easy touchdown. What a throw by Jordan Rogers as he hooks up with Gerald Perry out of Whitehaven for the touchdown.
Absolutely beautiful 34-yard reception by Perry, and what a great throw that was. And a slight little hesitation. I wouldn't call it a hitch and go or anything. It was a little hesitation in the route, and then Perry just released, and Rogers put it right on the numbers. And you could tell he was fired up. When Perry caught that ball, he was fired up because it was perfectly thrown. Caught him streaking the sidelines. That's a great play right there. And now 44-34 pending the extra point, up and good. 35 now for the red team. 44-35 to score, 8:50 to go in the third quarter. Eli Savoy, this is insanity.
Back to a 9-point game after the touchdown there by the red team. They needed that, and they get it. They go right down the field and put 7 on the board. So the red back within 9 at 44-35 here with 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. Blue team still with the lead, and they will be getting the football back here in just a moment. Unbelievable. Big play after big play.
Well, now the next touchdown will take us over the combined score of the last 3 All-Star games.
What was that total points in the first 10 years? 247. Think we can get there?
I think we can get to triple digits. I think we'll get to triple digits. We may get to half. We may get to half of that. We may get to 120. I wouldn't be surprised. What was the? This is crazy because you're talking about 80. It's 84 points that was scored in the last 3 games combined now. So the next touchdown takes you over that mark. And then now we've got some chaos in the kick return game.
And picking it up and now running backwards into the end zone. He gets out of the end zone. Oh, my God, he gets a huge block on the corner. And he finally is run out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. My goodness, the red player still down after he got hammered.
Garrett Copeland of Bolton laid that block in. That was a regular season playoff type block.
Never saw him coming.
No, it was blindsided, absolutely blindsided. And
it's plays like that that are a big reason why the NFL wants to get rid of kickoffs. because it is dangerous when one guy's running full speed and has no idea that there's another guy coming running full speed the opposite direction.
And this is, you hate to see this. And unfortunately, this is one of the byproducts of football is it's a physical game always. Even in an all-star game, it's going to be a physical game. And this is an example of what can happen. But gets up, shaken up, was Andre Stokes, who has a touchdown on the game already. But, boy, I suspect he never saw that coming
He is walking off the field under his own power, which is great to see. Boy, oh boy, did he get hit hard. So the Stokes looks to be okay. We've got a timeout on the field. 8:05 to go here, third quarter, 44-35. Blue team in front. We're back in 1 minute on Sports 56 WHBQ.
Central Barbecue now has another location. Central Barbecue is now open at 147 East Butler across from the National Civil Rights Museum. Open 7 days a week beginning at 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. except Friday and Saturday nights open until 10. Eat in or take out. Call 901-672-7760. That's 901-672-7760. Come and enjoy the barbecue at Central Barbecue. Visit them online at cbqmemphis.com. At their own 25-yard line, blue team first and 10.
.805 to go here in the third quarter. 44-35 our score. Blue team on top. They've got the football at their own 25-yard line now. And once again at quarterback is Brady Stewart out of Brighton as he will run this drive.
I see Commercial Appeal prep writer John Varlas over there with blisters on his hands from all this writing. I don't think he imagined to work quite this hard at the AutoZone Liberty Bowl All-Star game.
He was thinking he would be challenged to make deadline either with the 2:30 game.
Do they have enough room in the paper for the box score for this thing? It's going to be like an entire page long.
Here is the snap. Stewart hands off. Sweeping to the right side is Orlando Johnson. And Johnson picks up about 4 on the play. Under 8 minutes to go here, third quarter.
Game may not make it to press time, too.
Deadline, he's going to be challenged.
Deadline. What's your deadline on this, John? I don't know if you're going to get there.
May want to call for an extension.
10 o'clock is the deadline.
May want to call for an extension.
They're going to get it out in Brighton. They got to get that in quick.
Speaking of Brighton, their quarterback, Brady Stewart, working from the shotgun, takes a high snap and throws it far side, incomplete. Looking for LaMarcus Stewart, receiver out of Tresvant.
And, Eli, that's the kind of play right there that you normally see a lot of in the All-Star game. It was a little late to break out of the route. Stewart a little high on the snap, that kind of thing. You just don't see that but we've only seen 2 or 3 of those in this game, and that's usually kind of, 15, 20, 30 plays that are, kind of mistimed like that.
I like that clock running on the incomplete pass.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm a big fan of that. We'll get that deadline. We'll make that deadline. Here's Stewart to throw again, and this one incomplete as well. It was dropped by Stewart. But once again, that time Stewart wide open over the middle, hit him right in the hands, but he's unable to hold on.
Clock is still running. Don't tell anybody.
That doesn't work. Keep that thing. Yeah, well, that referee's telling him. The referee, he wants this. He knows.
He knows what's going on.
He's not getting paid by the hour.
He's got reservations. He might
be going to the Grizzlies game tonight.
That's right. It's like got to get down to the Forum. Tigers already winners earlier today in the Forum against Austin Peay. No surprise there, Eli Savoy.
Yeah, Grizzlies will be taking on the Hawks tonight.
Should be a good game. Hawks a very good defensive team. People may not know that, but they are one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, actually.
44-35 our score here as the blue team will punt. Now a high snap, but whistles blow this one dead.
May not be 44-35 at the half between the Grizzlies and the Hawks.
Delay a game. That's a good thing for the blue team. The high snap, it was going to be a problem there to get the punt away for Evan Michael, but the delay of game came first, so they just mark him back 5 yards and they'll line up again.
Evan Michael, awfully good kicker.
Yes, he is. I've seen him for a few years now doing it for Christian Brothers. He waits back near his own 10, Takes a low snap this time and gets the kick away. Wobbly kick going to be taken at the 38 and taken down immediately. The return man, Darius Sims, taken down by George Odom out of Millington at the 39-yard line. So the red team, trailing by 9, has the football back here and looking to pull a little bit closer.
Good play by Odom there. Really sound in the special teams. Odom got down there and made a nice textbook tackle. Stays out there on defense. Now, what's the overtime situation? This game's going to go to overtime, Eli. You just know it. I'm telling you right now.
It's the college rules of overtime. They'll get it at the 25. Back to throw. Rogers gets plenty of time, still looking, now throws over the middle. It is tipped and picked to 35, and he's going to take it the distance for the score. That's Gerald Perry, and now a penalty flag going to come in for celebration by Perry.
He did a flip. He did a front flip into the end zone. He stopped at the 1 and did a front flip. You can't, come on, don't throw a flag on that. This is the All-Star game. Come on.
He will get penalized for that.
Great flip. He landed on his feet, too. Boy, that's nice.
So Perry,
60 yards on the play, plus a flip.
There were 2 receivers there. Perry kind of tipped it in the air to himself, then made the catch and took off with it and had to avoid 1 tackler. He did that. He takes it to the end zone. So Perry with his 2nd touchdown reception of the half. Now, are they going to do this as the college rule where the touchdown would be wiped off?
That's a good question. I don't think so, though. It doesn't look like it. If you're doing college rules,
it is a touchdown.
If you're doing college rules, the touchdown would be taken off.
They're penalizing from the 1 yard, but yeah, they will count the touchdown. Then unsportsmanlike conduct against Perry. Was it 60 yards on that?
60 yards on the catch, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not a fan of people showing other people up, but this is an all-star game, for crying out loud. He wants to do a front flip, then by all means, let him.
So Jordan Rogers and Gerald Perry have hooked up on 2 touchdown passes.
Beautiful. And Rogers, he kind of slung it out there, had a couple receivers that it wasn't the most technically sound route that we've ever seen from either of the receivers, but Perry just did a great job of getting a hand to it, tipped it right up in the air, and that kind of messed up the entire timing on the defensive side of things for the blue team. And now high snap on the extra point, but a good job to get that snap down, to hold in and kick up, and good for Amaro. And just like that, 44-42, we have now broken the record. Combined last 3 games of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star Game, we've now broken that mark in terms of combined points.
5 minutes, 5 seconds to go, third quarter, 44-42. Jordan Rogers and Gerald Perry have hooked up on a 34-yard touchdown pass and a 60-yard touchdown pass in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds of game time. They have hooked up on nearly 100 yards worth of touchdown passes.
I really wish we had stats here, because we would have obliterated
Brett Norsworthy?
Well, I wish Stats was here. I like Stats. Listen to him every afternoon, 3 to 6, Fish and Stats. But no, the numbers, we have to have just obliterated every previous stat for this game offensively. Catches, yardage. There's no way we haven't destroyed.
I can't imagine there's any record that is still standing offensively.
Special teams.
Maybe, I guess, rushing yards.
I guess, but there have been some decent rushes, too. I don't know about it's just been incredible. And the penalty will be enforced here on the kickoff. So the red team will kick it away. Amaro will kick it from the 20-yard line. And this is an opportunity for the blue team to get good field position. Amaro does not have the strongest leg, and let's see what the return can do. He may squib one here. No, he'll kick it traditionally.
Taken at the 20-yard line, 25, 30, 35, 40-yard line on the return there for the blue team. Melvin Vaughn out of Manassas. So they'll have it at the 40-yard line. The blue team has seen their lead now cut down to 2 at 44-42.
I'm just blown away. It's hard to even imagine that this was coming. But this has been really tremendous. And officials have, I think they've gotten the message on the old clock a little bit. Kind of very liberal with their use of the running clock. And
I'm starting to like this referee.
I, for one, appreciate that.
Drew Reed to throw. Pressure comes. Gets rid of it. Has a man wide open. 45-40, 35-30 down the far sideline. Penalty flag comes in as he's taken down at about the 23-yard line. Catch made by Bond. There is going to be, I think, a holding call out there on the outside that will bring us part of the way back.
Yeah, if that's the spot, then it'll go to the 46-yard line, which would still be a gain of 14 net from the beginning of the play. But let's see if that's the actual spot of the hold. Or actually, excuse me, 19
40,
yards.
I'll go to the 41.
Yeah, 41. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that would be the case if that's a hold, and I think you're right.
One of the receivers out there in front blocking, not sure which one it was, but he'll be called for the hold, so that will bring it back to the 41. So it is still a first down
Still
for
a
the blue
net
team.
19-yard gain on the play. Would have been 29 yards, or actually would have been more like 34 yards on that play. But nonetheless, working quickly, Drew Reed, and it was a nice heads-up play by Reed to dump it off to a wide-open man.
So Reed takes the snap here, hands off to Crutchfield. Crutchfield off the left side. Picks up a few, gets it inside the 40 to the 39, maybe even the 38-yard line on the run there. I haven't seen a whole lot of running, a lot of throwing, but we have seen some. And Crutchfield's had some nice runs for this blue team. Seen a lot of him, seen a lot of Orlando Johnson in the backfield, and Johnson back out there now for the blue team. We go under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Reed checks the wristband on 2nd down and 8. Takes the snap and looks to throw. He is pressured, rolls to his left, throws. He has a man inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10, stays in bounds, and he's in for the score. There is a penalty flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage, though. That was basically the same play we
that
just
was a carbon
saw.
copy of the play that we just saw.
As Melvin Bond just kind of sneaks out over there on that sideline, and nobody guards him. And Reed is able to find him, but this one will come back be a penalty, as well as the last one did. The last one wasn't all wiped out because of penalty. This one will be completely wiped out because of penalty.
I think it's a hold as well on that scramble. Drew Reed again moving to his left and then dumping to Melvin Bond, who happens to end up kind of finding a little hole in that coverage. But that hold is going to be enforced on the offensive line. That happens, when you get guys scrambling like that, it's very easy for a lineman to have to go a little high and go inside the shoulder pads, or outside the shoulder pads, and make that hold. And that's what happened.
So it backs it all the way up to the 48 of the blue team. They've got 2nd and very long. Here's a quick throw, and that's incomplete. Boy, Jerry Thompson of the red team read that beautifully. He was trying to get up there and maybe even get an interception, but it ends up incomplete, bringing up 3rd down. It's 3rd down and 21 now for the blue team.
Yeah, snap was high there, which in addition to just a little miscommunication, the high snap really mistimed the whole thing. And now 3rd and 21, 3rd and long here. But you know what, Eli? They'll probably score a touchdown here.
Drew Reed hopes that's the case. So he's got 3 receivers to his right.
Just one safety playing deep here, so some opportunities if you can get a little time.
Reed rolls right, cut off there, now goes back to his left. Now he's going to throw it. He was across the line of scrimmage. It is going to be caught, I think, by Anthony. No, they're going to say incomplete.
Well, they threw the flag anyway.
Yeah, he was well across the line of scrimmage when he let that one go. So it's going to come back. Well, now, did they call it pass incomplete or not? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's a loss of down on that, so they wouldn't have to decline the penalty. It'll still be 4th down.
It doesn't really matter either way, but yeah, that's he was about 2 yards in front of the actual line of scrimmage when he made that throw down the field. Scrambled, sometimes hard to keep track of where you're going.
So 4th down and 26, and the punting unit out there for the blue team. So the red team now going to get the football with a chance to retake the lead.
44-yard line.
They got the opportunity. They've had they've gotten all the momentum in this game since the blue team scored that touchdown to open things up here in the second half.
It was 44-28 not long ago, and now the red team, trailing by just 2, will get the football back. Michael, the punt, gets it away. It will land at the 25. Takes a blue bounce, a good blue bounce, all the way down inside the 5-yard line, just inside the 5. Is where it'll be down by the blue team. So good job there by Michael. We got a timeout on the field with 1:54 to go, third quarter. 44-42 our score. Back in 1 minute. The 11th annual AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star
The
Game on
Area
Sports
Fellowship
56
of Christian
WHBQ.
Athletes is proud of its association with the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. On Friday, December 28th, FCA will again host the AutoZone Liberty Bowl Prayer Breakfast. This year's guest speaker will be Tommy Bowden, former head football coach at both Clemson and Tulane universities. Treat your family and friends this season to Midwestern corn-fed prime steaks from Folks Folly, legendary and original Memphis Steakhouse. Join us at 511 South Mendenhall, just a few away, serving dinner nightly from 5:30. Relax in our cozy piano lounge, Folks Folly Prime Steakhouse. We look forward to serving you.
A 51-yard punt by Evan Michael that rolled dead down at the 5-yard line has put the red team with their backs up against their own goalposts here as they take over, hoping to regain the lead. They trail it by 2, 44-42. 1:54 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, this is the opportunity for that safety we haven't had. I'll say that. It's about the only play we have not had this game.
On first down, handoff up the middle. Big hole out across the 15-yard line goes Shane Tucker. A nice run on first down for Tucker. Thurston Rubin fairly back in there at quarterback this time for the red team.
Yeah, it's Tucker is a very, very decisive runner. Went up the middle, had one little stutter step and one little hesitation move, and then went forward and bought the red team an awful lot of space, which is nice. They were backed up right in the shadow of their own goalposts, and now they have an opportunity to work a little bit with a little extra time with old Thurston out there at quarterback. I like that name, Thurston.
12-yard carry sets up a first down, and once again it is Tucker, and Tucker gets about 3 this time across the 20 to the 21-yard line as we go inside of a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Makes me think Gilligan's Island. Thurston Howell. You know, just it's good memories for me growing up.
4-yard gain on the play brings up second
Just
down
thought
and 6 from the 21.
Don't often see a lot of youngsters these days named Thurston. That is not a. That's more of an older school name.
Second down and 6 coming up after a gain of 4. Could be the final play of the third quarter here, but we'll see.
I think the way the referee's doing it, I think it will be.
Rubin to throw, looking deep here on the near side and overthrows the intended receiver. Looking for Darius Sims. On the coverage was Rashawn Whitaker of Arlington. Pass incomplete with 27 seconds to go in the quarter, so the clock stops here.
It's third down and 6.
Now they start it. They don't have to snap it if they don't want to. 20 seconds on the game clock, 21 on the play clock.
Thurston Rubin has got a strong arm. That's one thing I can tell you. He is slinging that thing.
That was, that one, he threw that, about 40 yards, 45, 50 yards in the air.
Easy. Tight spiral, too.
5 seconds away. This will be the final play of the quarter here as he zips one over on the far side. That one complete across the 30. Will pick up the first down for the red team as the third quarter comes to an end on the catch by Gerald Perry for the first down. 3 quarters in the books. 15 minutes to go. 44-42. Blue team in front. The red team on the move once again. Back in 1 minute with the 11th annual AutoZone Liberty Bowl High School All-Star Game on Sports 56 WHBQ.